There is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any questions?
Number C, please.
C. Okay. Well, that is just six cube root 2 minus 4 root 13, and then you double distribute. So that's 36 cube root 4. Oops, I wanted to change color there. And then minus 24 cube root 2 root 13. You cannot put them together because they have different indices. Then 20, that was minus, then minus, again, 24 cube root 2 root 13, and then plus 4 times 4 is 16, root 13 times root 13 is 13, and then you simplify everywhere you can, which is 36 cube root, right there. You can't put the roots together when they have different radicals. Unless cube root x times root x. You could do that. Why? Because they're the same radicand, right? Because that is x to the 1/3 times x to the 1/2. So you could have x to the 1. No, you're adding them. So 2/6 and 3/6 is x to the 5/6, which would be the 6th root of x to the 5th. But you cannot do that here because you have different radicands. Yeah? Yeah. There is D, E, and I can't quite fit them on the page, so I'm going to shrink down to 125. Now they fit. There is D, E, and a bunch of denominators rationalized. Please check over your work. Again, you do not need to write them all down because, of course, they are available on YouTube. They should already be written down. All you should be doing is going tick, wrong, circle if you didn't get it, and asking me about one or two of them if you need to. D and G. Why are you doing that, you piece of crap? All right. D, of course, this is 20 cube root 6t over the cube root of 5. Yes? What's not allowed there? Now, I didn't actually show you how to do this. This is something that you should have been able to figure out based on what you know. You're not allowed to have that radical on the bottom, yes? So you know you have to multiply it by a cube root, because we've got cube roots, and I want to get rid of this radical, don't I? Which means I need how many 5s under there? 3 5s. I have 1 5. How many 5s do I have to have under there to get 3 5s? So it's got to be 5 squared, doesn't it? Now, that will give me, in the denominator, the cube root of 5 cubed, which is what? 5. Then I come up to the top, 20 cube root 25 times 6 is 150 t, right? And then you can't do a cube root of 150 because it's 25 times 2 times 3, no groups of 3, but you can simplify 20 divided by 5. Now, I know you weren't shown that, I'm well aware of that. But you were shown how to rationalize the denominator, and you already know your exponent laws. So all of you should have been able to figure that out. Why didn't I put that on a test? And why did I put it in your notes? Because what if you couldn't figure it out, and now you have seen it? Everybody understand? Any questions? Okay. And the other one was G. Okay, well, on the bottom there, you have you have 4r over root 6r plus 9, right? Well, root 6 times r, yeah? So maybe it would make more sense to you if you did r root 6 plus 9, right? Because you're used to seeing a coefficient in front, aren't you? And a coefficient just multiplies, yes? So now it becomes really easy. We multiply by the conjugate, r root 6 minus 9, r root 6 minus 9. Then I just do the math, right? So 4r times r is 4r squared root 6, right? Minus 36r over, down here on the bottom, r squared times 6, right? So 6r squared minus 81. Yeah? Everybody happy with that? And if you got to there, you could stop, but of course, you could also factor out. I can take out a 4r here, there it is, times r, 4r squared, 36r, take out the 4r, it leaves you with a 9. Yes?
Why didn't cancel the r?
Which r?
The first one.
Right out here?
Yeah.
Because this is technically 4r over root 6r plus... I suppose you could have done that. Yeah, I suppose you could have done that. 4... Yeah, because it's not reversed. I'm so used, Lucas, to... I usually give questions that look like this. Root 6r plus 9 over r. And then people want to cancel the r, but they can't really because the r is in both. Because that's really root 6r over r, which could cancel, plus 9 over r, which can't cancel. But really in this one, you should have been able to. So that would have given you 4 over root 6 plus 9. No, because still, that's 4r over root 6r plus 1 over 9. So you could cancel there, but you'd still have the 1/9. So you would have had 4 over root 6 plus 1/9, which would have been... Then you would have had to find a common denominator, which would have been 4 over... Yeah, you probably could have done it, and it just would have taken just as long. And then 46, I think there's only 3 questions on it. Again, this is a factoring issue. You will notice that at the end of this unit on radicals, I'm reminding you of factoring. Our next unit is all factoring. So, of course, if you left this as 16 minus 4 root 6t over 8 minus 3t, you would have been okay. I'm going to be reminding you of factoring the next unit. Everyone is good? Yes, yes?
Great.
All right, now I left you... We do have a quiz to do, but I think I forgot to print it. Because we haven't done a multiplying and dividing quiz. So we'll have to do that tomorrow. And I left you with 47
And 48.
and 48 as an assignment. So, what do I want to do? I suppose I could print the quiz now and we could do it at the end of the class. Because this is the last thing before we move on. And then Friday, we would just be doing a review of grade 10 stuff. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll have a quiz at the end of the class. Because I did say a quiz yesterday, and I have it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you work on radical assignment. We'll mark it, and then we'll have the quiz. Go. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His middle name is Jack Daniels.
Mr. Martin's not on.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sesame Street. It was the weird pinball machine that counted to 12. If we have time at the end of the day, I'll show you. Give yourself 1 for everything on the first page, because they're all pretty easy. Does anybody need to ask about any of those? Everyone is good on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Wait, not yet.
$12. There is 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is it 1 each?
1 each, because they're all easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah?
Almost.
What color do I feel like doing my work in today? I feel like light green. I'm feeling green. It's not easy being green to keep the Sesame Street thing going. Because Kermit D. Frog here. Kermit D. Frog knows it's not easy being green. Kermit D. Frog here. There is 13 and 14. Also, these can now be worth 2. But 15, 16, and 17 are 1-ies because they're super easy.
Wait.
I'll go back up in a sec. And 18, 19, and 20 are 2Bs. Anybody need to see any of those?
Yes.
Which one?
Oh, no.
Say a number. A number. Get it? Because I said say a number. I know, Brooke. That's why I laughed, because it was funny. Everyone is good? And there are the 2Bs. Now, some of you may actually have multiplied this out. I wouldn't do that if I were you, because you want it as simple as possible, yes? So if you actually multiply all that out, it gets gigantic.
Yeah,
But if you did multiply it all the way out, you'd have 3 root 2 minus 6 root 5 plus 2 root 6 minus 4 root 15 over negative 18. And those are all out of 2. And then the last thing's only out of 1 because you only had to know one little trick to do it, right? What's the trick? Make them entire radicals, right? Mm-hmm. If that 5's under there, that's the square root of 125. If that 4 is under there, that's the square root of 16 times 7, 70, 112. If that 3 is under there, that's the square root of 126. If that 2 is under there, that's the square root of 120. Then it's easy to put them in order.
Can I see 16, 17 again?
Of course you can see 16 and 17 again, Keegan.
Thank you.
20, is it 26 out of something?
I don't know, is it?
I think so.
There's 2, 4, 6. There's 21 questions. So there's 21 points, but 13, 14, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yes, it's out of 26. Can you...
number 8.
Number 8?
Yeah.
And you would like to see it done? Or just the right answer again? You want to see it done? Okay. Everyone is Gouda? Gouda for grapes?
Yep.
Everyone is ready to try their quiz? I told you. 20. 26. It's out of 26. You got 20 minutes for your quiz, which is way more than enough time. If you get your quiz done, make sure you have page 50 done. You should already know how to do it. I don't need to remind you how to do it. I would not recommend going on to page 51, even though all of you know how to do it. I would not recommend going on to page 51 because on page 52, you will probably get into trouble. Okay? Okay. Everybody ready? Okay. Calculators out if you need them, but you shouldn't. Yeah. Everybody ready? Desks clear. Did I take your last quiz marks from you?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. Miu, you gonna try it? Hi. Hi. Arigato. Time 20, which is more than enough time, I remind you. You guys are the slowest hander-outers in the world. I'll take the extras, Lucas.
What?
Pass the extras this way. No, this way. cheat. Burke, you're in charge.
is a conjugate?
That's something that I wrote down on the board like 2 days ago, and I highlighted and I circled it, and I said, you better know what this is.
Okay.
2.5 left. Is anybody still working? Okay, no rush. Well, maybe. There's 2.5 minutes left. So if you're on anything but the last couple of questions, there's a bit of a rush.
Thank you. I don't know how to turn it off.
Don't worry about it. Looney Tunes. What'd you call him? Degenerate? Because he doesn't know the Looney Tunes theme? It's a tough crowd. All right. What's the first answer? D. As in, damn, I'm glad I took pre-calc 11. What's the answer to number 2? C. As in, it's so cool I took pre-calc 11. 3. D. As in, damn, I'm still happy I'm in pre-calc 11. Whole front page out of 3. Now, I will accept 2 answers for this. You might have the square root of negative 3x minus 9. Or you may have negative root 3x plus 9 if you brought the negative out in front. Did anybody do that? Huh? What?
I just like in the blank space, didn't put nothing in the line. Like I just made.
This is blank,
Yeah.
so you lose half a mark.
Huh?
And then the product of those two conjugates is negative 3x minus 81. Or I have the or right here. you could have had negative 3x plus 81. Both of them would be acceptable for 1 mark there, half mark in each blank. All of these are worth 2. To rationalize this denominator, you must multiply by root 3 over root 3. Then you have 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 4 root 3 over 3. If you got to there, I'm perfectly happy. Some of you may have done this. 2 plus 4 root 3 over 3. Those are the exact same thing. I do not care which one you have. Out of 2. Everybody good? This one. You must multiply by 2 root 3 plus root 2 over 2 root 3 plus root 2. Which means on the bottom you have 4 times 3 is 12 minus 2, which is 10. And up top you have 10 times 3, which is 30, plus 5 root 6 plus 2 root 6 plus 7 root 6 plus 2, which becomes 32 plus 7 root 6. What, Burke? Now is the time to ask. These quizzes do not hurt you. If you are even the tiniest bit like, here, now is when you must ask. Because once I finish the quiz, I'm pretty much moving on. Did you guys see there's going to be a new Johnny English movie? I love Johnny English. Because Rowan Atkinson is super funny. Rowan Atkinson is Mr. Bean. I love that Johnny English movie. And finally, multiply by 2 root a minus 3 root b over 2 root a minus 3 root b to get 4a minus 12. Oh, okay. You want to do it that way? Fine. Minus 6 root AB minus 6 root AB plus 9B over 4A minus 3B, which is then 4A minus 12 root AB plus 9B, yep, plus 9B over 4A minus 9B. And then you're done. That's out of 2, making it out of 6, 7, and 3 is 10. Now, no. Hey! Class only goes for 10 more minutes. Your homework tonight is page 50, but it should already be done. And if it's not already done, you got 10 minutes to do 10 minutes to do 14 grade 10 multiplications. I'll race you if you want. What, Tiraf? 10. Everything on the back that was open-ended was 2 marks, except the very first question. I'll get your marks from you tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. Sounds a little different in Japanese. What with it being a different language and all. Probably sounds different in Portuguese, too. And in French. Demain, demain, je t'aime, demain.
Really? Is it in French, that one?
Tu es un jour partout seul. Ugh. I don't think that was right. My French is dodgy. Huh? Why do I know the different languages? I don't. I was translating tomorrow into French while I sang it. Because tomorrow is demain. I love you is je t'aime. You're only a day away is a little bit problematic for me en français. Zara, how do you say you're only a day away in French? You don't have to say. Oh, see, that doesn't work in the song at all. That's nowhere near enough syllables. We need more syllables there. You'd have to stretch it out. Like demain is only 2 syllables, but you need tomorrow. You need 3 syllables in song. So that's why you got to stretch out demain, even though it's only 2 syllables. Writing songs is hard. I'm going to win the weekend battle this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going surfing.
Oh, yeah,
So I automatically win. Yes. Automatically. Mr. Buhler.
My review assignment on chapter 1, you never pull out one syllable.
Because you never wrote it down somewhere.
I think I pay you.
No.
Can I pay you?
Of course. 34?
Yeah. When you page 59 already.
50. 50. 5 times 10. 25 times 2. 100 divided by 2. The square root of 2,500. How else can we make 50? 40 plus 10. Why does the truck I drew on the back now called Chicken Muffins on Wheels? I do not think that truck looks like a chicken muffin. What is even a chicken muffin? Muffins have no chicken in them. That would be gross. Can you imagine that? Well, somebody wrote in the back that the truck I drew is Chicken Muffins on Wheels. Say, what is a chicken muffin? You don't put chicken in muffins. It would be gross. Can you imagine going to Tim Hortons? Yes, I would like a blueberry muffin for my wife, and I'll have the chicken muffin, please.
Can I throw it here?
No.
No?
That goes in the recycling bin outside.
Oh.
That says,
Which color?
the one that says bottles and cans.
I didn't know.
To quote Beck, bottles and cans, just clap your hands. Who doesn't love Beck? Crazy people. Beck is awesome. Beck could see the future of music. Because in 1994, he made Loser. And it was folk rap. And now here, 20 years later, the Lumineers are selling out stadiums playing banjos. I can't think of anybody who's less of a loser in the music industry than Beck. Even though his song said, Soy un perdedor. I like that math makes you guys so happy that you dance. It makes me that happy too. Sometimes I'm dancing, but sometimes I have to pee. Today I was dancing, but then I had to pee. Harneet, you gave up your seat without a fight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's okay. Oh, it's still recording.